to the Rondo. We're back. It's your boy A hosting as normal. I'm joined by
Marcus, the host with the most. Same old.
Come on.
Rahimi, United's finest, loyal to the soil.
There we go.
We're all dressed in black for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. You know why though? I've got some sad news. It's actually appropriate. Yeah. This will be the penultimate Rondo podcast. For now, it might come back, but basically the Rondo, again, we like to do this on a quarterly basis.
Change it up sometimes, go away sometimes.
A bit of a media revamp coming your way. I'm going to be, kind of focusing on a couple of other things. So in terms of the video format, that's going to be coming a little less frequently. But don't worry, efforts are still going to be coming in terms of the graphic format and things like that. But just kind of wait for what we have in store. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. But on today's podcast, it's an FA Cup weekend. Always a bit, Couple of good games, though. We're going to start off with the PL so far. Just kind of get general takes on that, on, the title race, the top four, and relegation. Just have a little bit of a chit-chat. Just, I feel like we've had a week's break. We can do a bit of a reflection. Then we're going to get into the FA Cup ties, talk about some of the game, do a little bit of an FA Cup match roundup. United's still going on. I can see Rahimi checking scores. Some good games. Newcastle, Brighton. Newcastle crash out. You know what I'm saying? Bournemouth and... Who was it again? Wolves. Cunha crash out. Cunha, serious crash out. Proper banger.
He's a proper player still.
Then we're going to talk a little bit about the CL. That is back again this week. The last 16 is here. And then we will finish off with a bonus topic. I think we might talk a little bit about La Liga, unless anyone has anything else. I need to talk a little bit about Vinicius because I think that guy's getting away with murder. But anyhow, let's get into it. Firstly, PL so far. So I feel like we always start at the top of the table since it's a weekly break. You know what I mean? And that's always a good time for me. But let's talk about, let's talk a little bit about the bottom of the table, relegation.
Are we including this guy's club in that?
Nah, probably not. I think they should be safe.
We're just about,
which is crazy.
It's nuts.
Which is crazy, by the way. I think you're safe because the bottom three are so bad.
We are only safe because the gap between the Premier League and the Championship is just so big.
It's massive.
If the chasm wasn't that big, we'd be in contention to go down.
Because those three teams at the bottom, they can't stay in this league.
To be fair though, Wolves 5 points difference to them now. Cunha, I think he's gonna have like a 5-6 game ban.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah, he did a few
He's
things.
got four matches already because it's his second straight red for the season. So the FA will give him 4 matches.
Okay.
Then when you look at it as well, I mean, we were gonna get onto it, but we may as well talk about it now since he's like, bro, he's giving him like a slap. He's gone in with another hand which ain't really made contact. Yeah. Then he's kind of given a little kick. To be fair, not made full contact on that, but still kicked out. Then he's headbutted in. I think he's gonna get an extra 1 or 2 games because the FA are quite on that these days. I think they stretch it a bit.
I think that's a bit harsh.
I think they stretch it sometimes.
That's a bit harsh.
Kudus got a 5-match ban for when he slapped bare man.
Kudus.
You know that game where Kudus had a generational headloss and just slapped like 3 men?
Oh yeah, he got annoyed.
He slapped like Van de Ven. He slapped like someone else.
Who?
Kudus.
When did this happen?
This happened a while ago.
West Ham versus Spurs.
I don't remember this.
But he slapped Van de Ven twice and then someone else again.
Yeah.
And he got a 5-match ban for that. When he was only had 1 game, so he got like 2 extra games. They gave him 2 extra games.
I think that's a bit harsh.
Yeah, I feel like the Premier League, they're a bit, back in the day, we used to have proper, they love giving, other leagues, they're not as harsh. But I don't know why the Premier League, when we're meant to be, you know what I mean?
Robust, rugged.
That's out the window, boy. That's gone now.
Yeah, I don't know what I say. We're losing the minutes, but yeah, I think he's going to get a 5 or 6. He's definitely getting an extra game or 2.
To be fair to Cunha as well, he got fouled like 4 or 5 times before he bugged out. So you get me? They don't even take that into consideration.
Yeah, but I feel like it didn't warrant that crash.
It didn't. Of course not. He lost his mind. But
that was insane, and I don't like him doing stuff like that because I want him. I want him at my club. Yeah, I take 6.
Yeah, that's news to me.
He's a striker.
It would be like a F9-10.
No, he's a shooter though. He's a shooter.
F9-10 left wing. I feel like it'd be a great addition to us. Because I want to move on Nunes.
He's better suited going to United.
He'd be cold at United.
No one is
why
better
would you go
suited.
there?
No one is better suited coming to United right now.
United are 1 position above him.
No, we're not. We're more than that. We're more than that. Allow us, man.
I only think that United can get players if other big clubs aren't going for them, apart from like Spurs.
Nah, I still disagree with that. I still think pulling power.
If Newcastle came in for a player and United came in for a player, which one is he more likely to go to?
What right now?
Yeah, right
that depends on what is offered.
think you go to United.
I still think he'll go to United. Like we still have
clearly have some.
Yeah, but Newcastle's not big six. I don't think are you gonna go to United over Chelsea?
It depends.
That's debatable.
You think so?
The state that
You're
Chelsea
gonna go
are
to United
in.
over Arsenal.
No,
okay, Chelsea.
but if you look at the state in which like Chelsea are in currently, they have so many young players already fighting for like 2 or 3 spots. You won't even get a chance. Yeah. So Chelsea might be the wrong comparison.
Arsenal,
that's more of a debate. City definitely not.
Yeah,
actually, no. Even then,
you're not getting
even
players
then,
over City.
you'd rather go to City than United. But with actually, you're right.
You're not going, bro. No top players.
Even they had a little drop off, but it's not to the extent where
I think City is still the most attractive club.
You think so?
Yeah, probably.
No, I definitely think it's Liverpool. Liverpool are the most attractive club in the country.
The
City.
The City.
Why? What makes?
I
City
don't know.
more attractive than
Obviously,
Liverpool?
I think it's a nice city to go to, but I think these are millionaires, isn't it? They want to be in London. They want to be in Manchester. They've got wives and girlfriends that want to be international.
I feel like City being the most attractive club in the UK
just
is
wrong.
rubbed.
It's wrong. It's so wrong.
It's bad. It's bad. It's not.
It's not right.
It's not right. It should be Man United or Liverpool.
One of the London teams.
Well, one of the London teams.
Yeah, one of the
one of the London teams. Yeah, Arsenal, Chelsea. I wouldn't even mind, but it being, I think it was Chelsea for a while.
Chelsea for a while, yeah. Because Chelsea could offer the finances and
the London
and
London. When it's successful and London, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then actually, was it ever? Because I think it was Chelsea only when Man United dropped off.
It was Chelsea, like Abramovich's main era in it.
I think United was still the most attractive.
But no, we were still very attractive then.
But Chelsea, like the Hazard signed in 2013. That's
when he came to Chelsea rather than United.
League, that's when our
don't you think United was still, because it still used to be a surprise when players used to pick Chelsea over United? You'd be surprised. A couple did, but it would be surprising.
There was a few. John Obi Mikel, Ian Robin was at Carrington. Then the next week he was in Chelsea.
Chelsea did have a few.
I remember back in the day, Chelsea used to rob Tottenham blind.
Blind, really bad.
William was on his way to Spurs. Sign his papers at Spurs. We intercepted. Come this way. And
that's crazy,
bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy, man.
But anyway, moving on. So guys, let's talk about the relegation 3. So we think
Southampton
and Leicester.
So we think for definite they're gone.
Ipswich is the strongest out of all 3. They've had a decent Premier League campaign, I would say. Yeah. They're not too far off. I believe it's Wolves.
Yeah, they're on 17. Ipswich are on 17 points.
And they have
on 22.
Maybe 3 or 4 players I've quite like Hutchinson, Delap. Like these are players I'm
decent players. Yeah,
but I don't think they have what it takes to break it and stay into the Premier League.
I don't think so. Do you think? So you're basically saying kind of like Southampton and Leicester, they've been rubbish.
Southampton is not a team.
Southampton's crazy. They might
beat the record for the least points. They're on 9 points right now.
Yeah, but they have how many games left?
I don't see them.
The record is 13, I believe. 12 or 13.
It's not 15.
No, Derby 12 or 13.
Oh, 13 first. Okay, they'll probably get that. But they're bad. Leicester are bad as well. Leicester lose, bro. Have you seen like the record since Van Nistelrooy's been there?
Well, Leicester games are entertaining. That's what I'd say.
Entertainment. What does that get you?
They're a little bit. But Southampton games are entertaining.
You think so?
Yeah. I think they've dropped off recently because they keep on losing, but they used to be quite entertaining. They used to put up a good fight.
Big drop off in quality when it comes to Southampton. And obviously, whenever Vardy comes on in the last 20 minutes, it's always exciting because sometimes he gets a goal here and there.
He starts quite a bit as well.
He does. He starts a lot. He's a very good player, man.
That's a PL legend there. But all right, cool. But Ipswich were saying, I think they can hold their heads up high, as you said.
Yeah.
I think
they want more than that, though.
Wolves might be in some trouble. If Cunha gets the 5-match ban, like you said, Wolves are only on 22 points. Ipswich are on 17, and so are Leicester. So they could easily get dragged back into relegation.
Only Ipswich I think could potentially catch them. I do think that is a big miss, but I still think they'll be okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Moving on, top 4 race. What are we saying for that? Who do you think?
There's so many teams involved. One team, like 1 week, a team is going to lose. Next week, a team is going to win. It's like it's so up and down. It's hard to predict. Like Chelsea were 7th. Before last game, now we're 5th or 4th or 5th. It's like it's up and down, up and down.
So who do you think it will be?
Between 3rd and 8th is 6 points the gap.
Yeah, generally I don't know right now. A team needs to show some form. None of these teams have shown form. Aston Villa,
3rd and 10th actually 6 points.
Aston Villa, Bournemouth.
Yeah, between 3rd and 10th is 6 points.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's a mad. That's the one thing that I think is still really entertaining.
But if you look at Aston Villa, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, Chelsea, who else is there? City. Like if you look at our last 5 games, none of us have gone on a run where we're winning 5 games in a row, or even winning 4 games in a row. It's always up and down because we're playing each other so much as well.
Everyone's
so
very
many teams
inconsistent.
involved. So it's very hard to tell who's going to finish in that top 4 spot.
Yeah,
I think we're going to get 5 Champions League spots this year anyway.
Yeah, so. If we get 5, that would be quite good. But who do you think will go through then?
If we get 5, I'm gonna say City.
If we take
Forest
Liverpool and
Chelsea.
Arsenal as okay.
City, Forest, and Chelsea.
City, Forest.
You don't think Newcastle have a chance? Newcastle are on 44.
All these teams have a chance, bro. Like me leaving one out doesn't mean they don't have a chance.
I want Newcastle to miss out on the top 5.
Isak.
So Isak is available this summer.
You hear what he said? He already is available. Is what it looks like.
For you. What did he say?
Yeah, of course.
Have you seen what Isak said on socials
today?
Yeah, he was asked about his future. He said no. He basically said something along the lines of, no, in fact,
get the actual.
This is news.
Yeah, no,
I want Liverpool.
No, he said something like, "Thank you, Newcastle, for all the support." Basically, next
he's gone.
That's what it looked like.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the way he was talking.
yeah, come to Arsenal, bro.
I didn't know he had that in him. I'm so proud of him.
I think Arsenal
there's a part of him that way
makes more sense, and I don't know if Liverpool have the P's for him.
Arsenal don't have the P's for him,
but Arsenal, I think we do have. I think we.
You'll make the funds. You have to make. They have to make the funds.
I don't think anyone's gonna bid 150.
Why? You're not gonna get him if you don't bid 150.
Just listen to this.
Let's see it.
Alexander Isak on his future. I'm very grateful for my time at Newcastle. It's been an incredible journey. Proved I can be an asset to any top team in Europe. My main goal is to win the UCL. If not here, at a club in England with a special history in Europe.
England, he said.
Okay, if not here means like if they don't make top.
Why is he saying
that middle bit didn't read too well, but you guys get the gist.
I also think
England's a problem though. I'm a Newcastle fan.
It is, but it's also a warning. Basically, make Champions League or I'm gone.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough.
Not. But he said, but you see why I don't think it will be Arsenal. He says at the end here, if not here, at a club in England with a special history in Europe.
Oh yeah, so you got to rule out Arsenal.
Okay, well,
surely
you can't be Arsenal. Yeah, have your laughs.
Arsenal have 0 European pedigree.
That's fine.
Surely,
that's okay.
Surely,
no, Arsenal have 0.
That's great. That's brilliant. That's great. That's great. You man got your laughs.
0 European pedigree.
Hey, he's rattled.
I'm a rattled, but like you can't go to you lot because you're not going to get in the Champions League.
Why not? No. But he had European pedigree.
If we look at it,
he didn't say you have to be.
If we list the team,
he said European pedigree.
Yeah, if we list the team's European pedigree, he wants to win the Champions League. So Chelsea and Man United are unlikely because they won't make it. If it's about Man City, maybe, but Man City. Sorry.
Will Arsenal ever win the Premier League? I mean, no, the Champions League. Sorry.
Yeah, one day.
Are you sure?
You have to be in it to win.
Are you sure? Do you know how the Champions League?
You have to be in it to win it.
Do you know how long the Champions League has been going on?
Anyway, let me finish. So it's going to be a team. It's going to be Arsenal, Liverpool, or Man City. Man City's not likely, obviously. Liverpool, I just don't think they have the money for him. Like, even if it's not 150, if it's 110 or stuff like that, without selling,
they can buy.
I think Liverpool.
I don't think Liverpool can raise that money without selling.
Can I say though?
They've got funds.
I don't think they can raise
for the right player.
Yeah.
I don't think FSG's gonna splash that much on.
They were gonna splash 110 on Caicedo.
That was just Galaxy brain because Chelsea were after him and they were trying to steal the same target.
I think they got rattled by the Lavia thing.
Yeah, I think Arsenal stylistically makes sense. Can we put the money together? That remains to be seen. He's going to be very expensive for anyone to buy him.
I don't see anyone buying him this summer.
To be honest, I don't think it's more likely than not he stays. Unless he forces it and then the price comes down. But I don't think he wants to force it.
Champions League was founded in 1955. It's been 70 years.
Okay.
You haven't won one.
How many times have they been in it as well?
Arsenal been in it a lot.
At least 40.
Not 40, but like,
a lot.
40 tries.
Particularly in recent time.
40 tries, no success is mad though. That success rate.
They don't even have a lot of finals, you know.
One.
There's only one.
Yeah, our Champions League.
Only been the final once.
One Champions League.
Our Champions League pedigree is not great.
One Champions League.
He said special history in Europe. We know.
Firstly, we weren't. I mean, in the European Cup era, we weren't really there a lot. Like, we only won like one league title during that time, and then one time we got banned because of you lot's fans. But like when we got to the Champions League era, yeah, we haven't really done well. We got to like 2 semis in the final or something like that, which is not good enough. But we're the biggest team not to win.
Back in the day, like 04 to like 010. Chelsea, Liverpool, the semi-final every single season.
Every single year, yeah.
Good times, man.
United too.
United as well, yeah.
We were there twice.
Yeah, but it was just like
you were in the semis a few times. We were all in the semis a lot.
What happened when you were in the semis?
Yeah,
I remember those games clearly.
Remember United versus Arsenal?
I remember that clearly. Both.
But in that period, we
should not have made
Champions League, didn't you? I won in 2000. I won in 2005. You got one in
2008.
Against us in the final.
Yep, and
that's great.
But anyway, bottom line is that's
no league titles in that time.
I feel like damn, this chair creaking today, man. But I feel like Jamie. No, I'm just playing. I feel like Isak at Liverpool is just it just feels right.
He would work anywhere. I think at any big club.
I think at Liverpool would be something different. In our free flowing, attack. Alongside Salah, and I just feel like Salah would be beautiful. As Salah, I think they'll extend him. As Salah is just like coming towards the end, the way that it will just be beautiful, the way he just passes the baton to Isak, it will be something else. I can't like the league's wrapped up for.
You're done because you've done this with Caicedo and Bellingham and Enzo. Like you're gonna do this again.
I'm gonna keep on going on.
Saying, but the thing is, it's gonna be great.
I'll keep on doing it. But the thing is, even if like Liverpool losing the transfer window, when the season starts again, we'll still be good, man. I'm telling you, Klopp being a born again Christian has blessed us forever. I don't know how. Yeah, Klopp's a born again Christian.
What's that gonna do with your team right now?
That's his prayers. They still live on.
Yeah, his prayers. Poor manager. Should have got a league out of that team.
Yeah, we got a league now, man.
To be fair though, Liverpool had to win this season. Your team is too good to have only won one. Remember, I was saying this to you guys in the group chat before that this period will be remembered as Manchester City's sort of dominance over the last 5 or 6 years. Yeah, now that you don't have another title, well, it's basically wrapped up.
But you said they had to win. I wouldn't say that.
I feel like for their legacy, they needed to win. Imagine having one league title in 7 years with this quality of team.
Van Dijk, Salah, Trent, Alisson. They do need another league, and I'm so happy that they got it. I thought it would be a little bit more of a fight. You know, I think that would have almost made it more interesting. But given the context, you know what I'm saying, of the way that we lost some of those titles, 90 plus points. Nobody really, and that's the thing with Liverpool, nobody gave us context when we were getting 90 plus points and we were like the second highest finish ever. Going on quadruple charges and things like that. People said, oh, in the end, you still lost. So for me, this title is beautiful, man.
No, it's good.
Like, I want it to be as, I want as much fortune to fall on us as possible because I think we deserve it.
So it's not in COVID as well, so there's not a clause on your title.
There was never. I hate this rhetoric around.
People died. Man. How can you celebrate?
They won the league before that.
That's definitely not for me, boy. There was a huge break in the season.
They had already won the league by then.
We were 2 games to winning the league. We were 2 games to win it. Mathematically.
Yeah, but the whole landscape of the world changed.
They had already won the league by this point.
Celebrate when people died, man. That's disgusting.
That's dark.
Shush, man.
That's dark.
Stop that.
That's bare dark.
Raw energy, man.
You can do it. Anyway, we've got another league, man. Thank you.
When there's a Ukraine
Thank
war
you,
and Trump's
Arsenal.
doing all this stuff, you man are disgusting, man. Every time you win,
Now World War III is the
there's just
problem.
crises.
Oh, here we go.
Every time you man win,
There's always crisis in this world, unfortunately, man. There is. I said there is. There is. Cool. All right. FA Cup roundup. You watching the United game as well?
Yeah, there's 3 minutes to go.
Yeah,
Still on one?
Still on one. Yeah. At OT, isn't it?
Yeah.
Man, just come OT, just easy. Mid-table teams.
I don't know
how did you play?
Don't worry, I'll slap it.
Oh, bro. First half, shocking again. From what I saw, first half, like very, very bad. Second half, much better. But of course, we got one player that just drags us to we have one. And then again, you see at the start of the season when guys were telling me Odegaard's better than Bruno, all of this stuff, I heard that so many times. I've heard it consistently for time. I will die on the hill that Bruno is in a very bad team. Put that guy in any better team, he's doing crazy things because he's doing this for United after the past 5 or 6 years. He's been doing it every single year.
I watch him internationally. I still see like the traits or the negative traits I see at United.
But I also see the positives. How many times did he score hat-tricks for Portugal? He's done so much for Portugal. He's so good for Portugal as well. When you put him around better players, the guy turns into a madman. But again, obviously the older
So you think Bruno Fernandes is better than Odegaard?
I've always thought this, and I'll die on this hill.
First, why?
In every aspect, what you want from a player.
Every aspect.
Okay. Let me not stretch it. In terms of ball retention, Odegaard clears him. Mm-hmm. But from what you want
and dictating tempo.
What do you mean dictate? Okay, that's fine. But as a if you're asking me what I want as a player, not passing. No way.
Not passing.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Tell us what traits you feel like Bruno has over Odegaard.
He got that. Firstly, the thing that I look for is if you got the dog in you. Salah got the dog in him. Trent got the dog in him. Van Dijk got the dog in him, and that's what takes us to titles. Hold on.
Can we let the man finish his point? Let me finish.
What he's doing was nasty. Trying to get onto your
good glazing.
What do you mean? How? No, bro. I'm gonna get onto Arsenal. as well. So I think Saka.
Let him finish his point.
There's been games where I've watched Liverpool and Trent has taken over the entire fixture. That is a fact. The Champions League that you lot won, Trent took over the corner taken quickly. That is the dog in you. You've taken over the fixture. Bruno Fernandes consistently takes over games for us and helps us to win or draw because we're that bad. He has to take over games for us to draw, not even win. That's what I think. That's what I look for in a player. If you've got the quality, that's the first thing, and then if you've got that dog in you to take you to what you need to get to the wins, that's what I look for in a player, and that's something unfortunately I thought Odegaard would pick up this season. He hasn't.
Okay. First, do you think Odegaard's a better player?
So he has more dog than him.
Is it just dog?
No, it's not just that. Quality as well.
In what
quality
areas?
in what aspect?
Finishing.
Yeah.
Okay.
And finishing and passing are the two main things.
When you say passing, he has a final pass, maybe. But even that, Odegaard's final passing is a lot more accurate.
Right, Bruno's a high risk,
low percentage.
I don't think so, man. You aren't watching Bruno.
He's a hero passer, and that sometimes doesn't come off.
I think maybe the timing of his passes, but
yeah, but more often than not, like say he tries that pass 8 times a game, it's less than 50% is going to be accurate.
So efficiency is not.
I actually think his final ball is accurate.
Yeah, whenever I
think he just sometimes.
I watch him a lot.
Yeah, but I think that was like the old Bruno. I think like in recent times, I don't really think he wastes the ball that much.
He still is kind of wasteful. Like he's
short passing. Odegaard has short passing.
Yeah, Odegaard short passing.
Majority of creative players are wasteful. That is the point. You keep trying things and you keep on going so that your team can score. When you not want all the time,
I've watched Kevin De Bruyne. And it's not the same.
I would never say Kevin
what level of wastefulness.
I've never
Of course not. Some players.
He does, of course. I agree with what he's saying. I'm saying when you're comparing players like Bruno Fernandes and KDB is a lot less.
But you think Bruno's that wasteful?
There'll be a degree of
Bruno's
wastefulness.
still quite wasteful, bro.
It's not as bad as he used to be.
It's not as bad as like 3 years ago, but he's still quite wasteful.
I think he's poor in other areas sometimes. I think like generally like he's not too jinky, so you can kind of like bully him off the ball sometimes, and I think stuff like that. And then like I think sometimes he just gets a bit emotional as well.
He does.
I feel like sometimes in big away games he's kind of, but Odegaard as well. Sometimes they're not really there. Like
games can pass them by.
Yeah, games can pass like.
But that's part and parcel. I think that's because of the position as well. If you have no time on the ball and you're getting pressed, big away games especially, you're away from home. That creative player, we see it with Palmer a lot more recently.
So why does Bruno? Sometimes he just needs to sit in, I guess, as well. Like sometimes the midfield gets overrun and he doesn't really help.
I agree with that.
Like he doesn't.
I disagree.
Palmer, Odegaard, and Bruno are all bad at that.
I disagree with you about Palmer. Palmer doesn't actually let the game go past him, so he'll just start making bare errors. There's a difference. He's always like involved, but sometimes he's just not good. That's what I see from Palmer.
But I also think he's not the best as well, and like just that kind of doing those things that. I'm trying to think of players like say like Steven Gerrard used to do back in the time. He'll be playing 10, but he'll drop deep and like drive with the ball. Okay. Like those three are all not the best there. I think it's their traits as a player. I'd
rather be Ghost than have a stinker though. I'll be real.
You think so? I think they're equally as bad. Like if you're ghosting, that means
I like to see a player trying, bro.
Nah, bro.
I like to see a player trying.
I ain't trying to give the ball away too much, bro.
The other day, Palmer like skied the ball sky high, and he was like laughing about it afterwards. At least like he's like keeping spirits and he's trying. It's a thing. I like to see that rather than the game's just. Do
you think Odegaard's a better player than Bruno?
I mean, he's not having a good season, and I'm not even like his biggest supporter, and I'm not gonna like defend Odegaard, die from anything. But I still think he's a better player. I just don't think we're seeing the best of him right now. I think one thing about Bruno is better than Odegaard is that Odegaard kind of needs like good players around him. Like he needs Saka really to help him get going because he's not a final third player, even though he scored a lot of goals. But Bruno doesn't necessarily need like amazing players to see at least this guy. He's trying to go for goal. He's getting goals. He's winning matches. Odegaard can't win matches. If they swap the two players, like. Bruno's more of a match winner than Odegaard, I'd say.
I think Bruno's a better 10. I think Odegaard.
I'd say Odegaard's future is in the pivot. That's what I've said for like some time.
I think Odegaard's a
drop. I think he should drop a bit more because I think he's really good in the middle phase, but he slows down the play too much, and you don't really want that from the closest to the goal you get to. And also, I feel like his creativity is good, but I feel like the final ball and like the execution and like quickening up the attacks needs to be given to somebody else. So I wouldn't mind playing with another centre mid who's more creative, but. I mean, again, we're not seeing the full Odegaard.
I think Odegaard's a very good 8 though. When he plays there, he's obviously not played there that much for Arsenal. But I think when he plays there, he's top. So I think in terms of Odegaard 8 versus Bruno 10, that's an interesting one. I'm not sure who's better. I think we need to see that from Odegaard more. But I can say in the 10, I think Bruno is slightly the better player.
I don't think it's slight.
Odegaard's not a 10.
I don't think it's slight.
I think it's slight.
But even in terms of Odegaard, what annoys me about Odegaard specifically, he has all the quality there. I've seen him he can play the wonder pass if he wants to. He just wants to retain the ball. I think he's been told he needs to retain the ball and recycle possession.
Yeah, I mean, he was given the keys. The motions this season.
If he was given the keys, personality of the player as well.
Exactly.
Bruno's much more of a risk taker. He always wants to like do something and change the game. Odegaard is more about I need to make sure we're keeping the ball, make sure we're like getting the tempo set correctly. So he might not make that final pass all the time.
He reflects coaching sometimes, maybe.
But on to the rest of the FA Cup games because this is a bit of a rabbit hole here. So yeah. On Saturday, who played?
Let's firstly talking about the assault we saw.
Yeah, I wanted to
in
speak
South
about
London.
The Millwall Crystal Palace.
South London derby.
I think he should be banned.
Thank God my car weren't in the area.
What? He should be banned for life.
I think that you could have killed him.
What are we doing here?
No, you could have killed him. No, but that's
he was going for the ball.
Of course, but he hit his tempo. That tackle.
That tackle was bad.
I've slowed it down bare
times.
That tackle is insane, bro.
Michael Oliver didn't send him off.
He didn't book him. He didn't give a foul.
He didn't book him. He didn't give it.
Because the goalkeeper got the ball. He did get the ball in it. Like Michael Oliver just didn't do nothing.
He didn't give a foul.
And again, so this
VAR
is
had to tell him to go back to the camera.
it's something that we need. I think
so
we need to speak
dangerous,
about.
you know.
I think these referees are too reliant on VAR now, to the point where they will not give the foul, or they will not give the decision, and they'll just wait for VAR to overturn whatever they've done.
Yeah.
And I think that's crazy. For example, that tackle, that's insane. He had
Bro, it was
bird's
assault.
eye view
It's assault.
of the challenge and didn't give the foul.
But him getting the ball is your high foot. That's like one of the first rules
yeah.
that you learn in football
And
when
now
you're
you fly
little.
kick man in the temple as well.
In the
And
temple.
also,
Your
your
foot
foot's on the
first.
floor, like laid out, like
Bro, your
something's happened.
your foot should not be up there. I don't know why keepers do that as well. You know, they'll be running for the ball like towards you, and like they always do that mad high foot.
you know what
So I'm
it
so
is?
glad they start punishing it a little
They
bit
think
more.
if they do that, people will back out of
Of the challenge.
the challenge.
And also, keepers have too much protection as well. That's a separate issue for me. But keepers have way too much protection from refs.
I think they've got a little bit better at it though. Like now, you see sometimes when they just clear out a player, even if they get the ball, like they give the foul, and even if and sometimes back in the day they wouldn't even get the ball, they completely miss the ball.
I think keepers
Just
need to
clear it
stay in
out.
that box more time. Like sometimes keepers cause a lot of trouble
But
for their own
super
team.
keepers, I think. Now.
I know, but often they cause trouble for their own team as well. Like you see, like mistakes where like there's breakdown in communication with the centre back, and they pass it past the
Banana
keeper.
the other day.
'Cause they're running. Like I feel like keepers take a lot of risks when they leave their box because now you can't use your hands. So
Yeah, you
things
can't.
like this can happen. And
Yeah.
a poor lad.
And I just feel like if keepers need to like learn, like if you're rushing towards the ball, like towards them, like you do need to, just because like you're the keeper, I don't know, you're the last line, you need to control like your yourself, because that was mad though,
it's crazy.
because if Mateta doesn't like move his head, you know what I'm saying,
Completely cleans him.
bro, completely cleans him, like it disfigures him.
It's a horror challenge still. Like,
It's
horrible.
mad. Yeah. No, it's literally a terrible challenge. But Crystal Palace, they sailed through in the end, didn't they?
3-1.
Yeah.
3-1, yeah.
Villa played Cardiff.
Any particular top performers? I didn't catch them.
In the Palace game.
Only
Top
And
performers.
Kaya
Did you
got
watch
a goal. I watched some of it. And Kaya got a goal. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, he finally scored.
Yeah.
Shit guy
That's
finally
2 and
scored.
2. No, 2 and 2 from him.
Yeah, 2 and 2.
Oh yeah,
Scored
2
the
and 2.
other day.
No, I actually think he's an alright player.
And
I
his
think he's
opportunity
been
for
tough
now,
for
if
him.
Mateta's out for some time.
It's true.
Yeah,
I don't
he's
think he
got-
will be, but if he does,
He's got a chance to maybe put like
And I
a.
feel like Palace have improved since Wharton has come back into the team as well.
He's a
Yeah,
very,
he's
very
been looking good,
player.
He's been looking good after a slow start to the season.
He was injured. For
He was
a while
injured.
as
He was
well.
injured. Yeah.
He's injured.
Most of the season's been injured.
He started
He
not
played.
great, then he was
He
good,
played,
then he
yeah.
got
Got
injured.
injured, then he got
Oh
injured,
yeah, fairs, yeah. No, but he was very good. Who did they play? They beat them 3-4-1.
Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
Villa.
Bro, he was mad. I didn't actually catch all of the game, but I saw.
very good, yeah.
I saw a little bit of it.
He
I was
does
on the
the
move.
he does the Michael Carrick thing to me, where he just wants to go forward.
Yeah,
he
just
just
pass it.
punches the ball forward, and
pass it forward.
he does it
Quick,
in a way
zippy,
He
yeah.
does it in a way that the attacking player has no choice but to turn and do
yeah.
something with the ball. It's
He
wonderful.
sees the passes quickly. He's a very interesting player, like interesting profile.
I think for England he'd be very good.
Yeah,
Very,
hopefully
very
he can
good
kick
next
on.
to- yeah.
I think Tuchel will like him. Tuchel will like a 6.
But yeah, moving on. The other game I watched on Saturday was Man City Plymouth. Oh, we already spoke about the Cunha crash out, so I think Wolves. So we don't need to speak about that. But the other game I watched the Man City Plymouth game because I was kind of rooting for Plymouth after they beat us. I thought it'd be nice if they could.
first.
They scored first.
Yeah, they scored first, and I was like, "Oh my days, bro, it's happening!" But they weren't able to get out enough. They're playing away. They
missed
had.
chance after chance.
Yeah, City missed a lot of chances.
Haaland missed a few chances.
Yeah,
Foden as well.
but they were always good. Like they suffocated them that game. Like they just couldn't get out. They played. It was like attack versus defense the whole game.
Yeah.
Grealish was actually good, like surprisingly. I saw what
Yeah,
I like what I saw from Grealish.
Why are you surprised though? It's against Plymouth, like championship team.
I feel like
He should do well.
Grealish has been crashed for a while now. I haven't seen him do anything.
Yeah, I hear he's on the Man City guys that they're gonna let go at the end. Of the
Yeah, they want to let him go.
Really?
Yeah,
You have to call it a flop,
which is
clearer.
crazy.
Is it going to be
It's
a
a
clear?
it's a crazy failed transfer.
He got a treble.
How can you call
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
You
you
can't
can't
call
team
that failure.
No, but
If you won a treble, you can't call it a flop, mate. And he was
Yes, you
he was intrinsic to the treble. That
you
season, he
still
was
can.
Yes,
really
you can.
good.
What? So
You
one
still
one
can.
season.
You
That's
still
not enough.
can.
It's a treble season.
That's not enough for 100 million. No.
You wouldn't pay 100 million for a treble season.
I'd pay 100 million for a treble, and I don't have 100
what?
million.
Just for a guy to be part of your treble with
Part of it, because he wasn't the best player in that
wasn't
Champions
the best
League.
He was, he was
Let's get.
he was top 5 players at City that season.
Okay, maybe he was 5th.
He was
that's
fifth.
fine. But
Yeah,
like- but bro,
That's good
but like,
enough,
I'm not paying 100 million to be the 5th best player for one season and then the 11th best player for the other 3. Like, I don't care.
Yeah,
100
literally.
million.
You
Like,
still think it's a flop either way?
yeah, it's a
I
flop.
think he was good in the treble season.
I think
fair
flop-
If
enough.
he was
flop
60
is-
million, then we can have the conversation.
And let's remember, in the treble season, he also started slowly.
Bro, he's
Then
the
he
most-
got good.
Yeah, but after Haaland, De Bruyne,
What? He's the most expensive.
and
He was the most
Ederson.
expensive English player of all time. Like, come on, man.
That's not to say
can't
to
lie.
try.
Let's
to
not
try-
trivialize 100 million.
Yeah,
100 million, bro.
bro, 100 million. He's got away with murder, you know. And the thing is, I like him as a person. I think it seems like a good chap, and I'm saying I'm not trying to direct hate towards him or anything like that. But you just look at the difference in terms of the way other high profile signings have got scrutiny on them.
But I also won't blame him. The way Pep has used him has also like affected.
But for other record signings, you know what I'm saying? This is a valid argument.
City can afford to do that.
You don't see these arguments. Did Man United use Pogba correctly? I know I'm always banging on about that, but
they gave him hell for that.
It's true though.
Yeah. They gave him.
But I feel like
Grealish ain't got help.
Grealish doesn't get the help.
Grealish doesn't get the help.
I look back. If you look back at what Grealish was on before City, I remember he came to Old Trafford and he absolutely wrecked us. Like he was the best player on the pitch by a distance. To go from that to scrub minutes and having to bleed your way into the team at City, and then even then being in and out, not staking your claim for the place, it's poor. Like 100 million, you should be doing more than that. And how good he was before, Pep just took
Also, let's not get it twisted. I don't think Pep has used him correctly, but at City as well, you get a lot. There's a lot for you. Like they dominate the ball game. You know what I mean? He's playing with really good players. He's able to feed guys like Haaland, and still not really able to produce enough. You got Haaland there, bro. Like you feed Haaland, he balls. Like,
but I feel like he's been focused too much on ball retention at City. Whereas at Villa yesterday, he had that ball retention side to him, but he'd often take the shot more, play that final pass more, and because City are so or have been so intent on unless it's a certain final pass, don't make it. It's kind of
De Bruyne plays the pass.
De Bruyne, 9 times out of 10, he can make that pass. I don't think Grealish has the creative ability of De Bruyne.
So where would you see Grealish ending up then? Where would you see Grealish ending up?
I don't know. He's on 300,000 a week.
Yeah, that's gonna have to come down. That's gonna have to come down still.
So I think it would have to come down. I think
he might go back to Villa.
I was gonna say Villa, but Villa have too many of that.
They've got a lot of attackers now.
They've got Rodgers, they've got Asensio, they've got.
But they may choose to let Rashford go and get Grealish. Like would be like quite a good renaissance for the fans. But I think
United, you said.
Oh, so I thought you meant United would swap Grealish for Rashford. I was gonna say. Wait, that doesn't make sense.
No,
Give Rashford to
Villa will give Rashford back, and then they take.
I don't think Grealish should go from City to United.
If he doesn't have any choices,
I can see him at Newcastle, but the left hand side is kind of like you have Harvey Barnes, you have Gordon, who also got a red card this weekend.
Yeah, he did.
Another crash out.
His one wasn't that deep. He kind of pushed the player in the face with
to be fair.
On first glance, it looks bad, but then you look at the replay, it's like, but he still shouldn't have done that.
I don't know why he did that. That's my question.
I think he was actually aiming. I think he probably wanted to push him. He just pushed. I don't actually think he wanted to push him in the face.
Yeah. It was a good game, though.
But once you put your hands on someone's face, it's...
that guy Wells.
They lost.
Lost on penalties.
Oh, peak.
So actually missed the last pen.
Swear. So you guys have now nothing to play for.
They've got a league. They've got a Europa League.
We were never winning. We were never winning any of these.
What do you have to say about Anthony? Because whilst he was at United, he was trash for so long.
Cup.
I know, but quickly, I'm talking about United players, FA Cup United players. You have Xerxes missing chances. It's just United, just a place where players come to fail, even if they have quality and talent.
At this point, it looks like that.
Okay.
Anthony's not an example of that, though.
He's not. I don't think Anthony's that good. But again, because he's operating at a decent level currently.
Better level than he ever did at United.
And he never did it at United.
Difference of league, I think.
No, but then they'd say the same thing to us. Asensio's come here and batted up our league.
Yeah, but I still think Asensio, you got to look at the type of player. I think he's still...
Asensio's batted up the La Liga before, though.
Yeah. He's been good in the La Liga before.
He was a good player.
Yeah, and I think he's just... even when you look at him, he's the type of player that could do well in the Prem if he's playing at the top of his game. Anthony is like... I feel like Anthony's biggest problem. Like Anthony actually, technique-wise...
Decent.
He was not that bad. Yeah. Like, he was not that bad, but he's weak and slow.
He's lightweight.
Bro, mad lightweight. Like, as a... Premier, especially with the way like United, they don't have system and stuff like that. You need to be if you're cold at United, you're actually cold. Like
you have to be an individual.
You have to be an individual. There's no system helping you out. So I don't think he's actually an example of like United being that bad. Like obviously United are bad, but in that bad. I just think La Liga's are much better. Like same.
Like there's a lot of players that have gone that haven't done what.
But like, Chelsea's also another place where
it's a graveyard shift.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel like this is Sancho.
I don't think it is.
Nah, I think
I've seen enough glimpses from Sancho to know
at
that.
Dortmund?
No, even at Chelsea that.
Really?
Over like
he started well.
3, 4, 5 game period, I can show you there's an actual player there. Even little glimpses in the last game, he done one.
So why did you drop off? Just because of Chelsea?
Sweetie tax.
He ain't got enough hustle, man.
Let's be real, man.
I don't know. I don't feel like Chelsea have provided the perfect environment. But look how other players.
There's
even
enough.
Palmer's dropping off.
I
Even Palmer's dropping off.
Palmer will rise
Chelsea's more
again.
of a just hoop environment than United is. they just have guys there just go out and ball. Like Palmer, he's free flowing. Even Noni when he's on form, Madueke he's on form. He's just free flowing. Like that's an environment conducive to guys like Sancho where you don't read too much structure.
Genuinely, I believe that's the Pochettino effect because Pochettino didn't really have instruction for the players last season. That's why at the beginning of the season, all the players were playing with the freedom they had from last season. Now that Rest has come in, we've seen some of that freedom be more and more restricted. So,
but still, I think there's Chelsea. There's enough there to ball out. Palmer will start balling again. I promise you.
He will.
Sancho won't.
Palmer's still dangerous. So when you talk about Sancho and you've seen enough games,
I think Sancho will ball again.
I watch Palmer and he's still doing things. He's very effective. He just hasn't scored or assisted. He's still getting into the positions. He's still getting chances. He's still creating chances. I haven't seen that from Sancho more recently.
Also, I knew Sancho's few games from when he was good at Dortmund, and then we started to call him up for England, and he was never really good for England. So I was thinking like, oh, something's not right here. Like, why he's not replicating his form at Dortmund? Like, I think it's just the league for him. Like, I think he's a Bundesliga player
as well.
I think Bundesliga he'll have more joy. I think that's kind of the league for him. I don't think Prem is really for him.
Yeah, I think even in CL he's not too bad either. Like you said, I don't think the Prem's a good suit. At the Prem, you need hustle, bro. When you go to them away grounds, like, and they pen you. Even like even the not even media anymore, but even the mid-table teams, bro, you need to be able to find something to get the game going your way. You need an element of aggression. Yeah,
I think given Sancho's skill set, people believe he's going to be really good against a deep block. Where in actuality, he's better when playing in transition because he can do those quick passes, get past the player as well. Like the goal he scored against Tottenham, I don't know if you remember earlier this season that you saw a bit of that Cucurella overlap straight away. He cuts in, scores a goal from outside the box. He's not really trying to play against deep blocks where the defenders are going 2-on-1 against him. He doesn't actually want that because he ends up just recycling the ball. So,
when there's space, he's
exactly. He's a lot better.
That's
why
it takes more
in
risk.
Champions League, there's always a lot more space. That's why you see the kind of brilliance a bit more there as well.
But he don't have enough hustle. He doesn't have enough hustle.
He gets up and down the pitch. I see him defend quite well for us.
Yeah, he puts in work, but just like that. Yeah, no, he puts in work. He's not lazy. He's not a lazy player.
Not a lazy player.
That's not what we want.
But he doesn't have hustle, man.
Even at United, he wasn't.
United,
he was lazy.
At United, he didn't start off lazy. He became lazy because he hated you, man.
And also, like, I'm just remembering some of the things. I remember there was a 50-50 that he pulled out of, and it just pissed me off. So yeah.
Anyway, back onto the games today. So what? Newcastle, Brighton. We should talk quickly about that.
That guy Welbs, man.
That guy Welbs.
130th minute, nice little goal.
Yeah, it was a mad game though. Even before we got to there, like that last 10 minutes of the game, like I feel like the game started off really lively. Then I thought Brighton actually played quite a bit better than Newcastle. Started to control the ball a lot. I thought like St James's Park was flat. Like it's mad flat. Like it's not a thing. And then it wasn't until like Newcastle started to get good towards the end of the game. Then there was that crazy last 10 minutes. Like Gordon gets sent off.
Oh yeah. Goal.
Isak comes off. Newcastle get a disallowed goal, and Lamptey gets himself sent off as well. I don't know what was happening with Lamptey.
That wasn't the second yellow.
Yes, it was.
I don't think that was the second.
Yes, it wasn't. I don't know why he's lunging for that. He was never getting.
He let the ball run.
I think it's a stupid challenge.
Stupid challenge was live for a second.
He tried to rectify it and caught him. So he shouldn't have let the ball run across him. He should have just taken a touch. But I was going to say he's young. He's not even young anymore, but he'll learn from it.
Lamptey is not young.
He's small, so he'll learn from it.
24, 25.
Yeah, he's not 24, 25 now. Wait, what did you say?
He's small, so he's young.
He does actually give the impression that he's younger than he is. He looks like 22.
He looks like him. He's got the face. He's got a childish.
He's got like Kid Roddy Rich for years, man.
Oh yeah, he looks like Roddy Rich quite a lot.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Welbeck's finish was funny because the ball was kind of away from him and he's had to like
he took
stretch.
And then he took a dead first touch.
The first touch was a bit. Then he stretched.
Very good pass though.
Yeah, the pass was
nice pass. Nice.
I think Livermento played them on side.
Yeah, he was bad.
Switched off. Very poor. Yeah. But the finish was mad.
Yeah.
Like it was actually a very good finish.
Welbeck has had a good, someone said he's good start and good end to his career. Just the middle part, which is a bit rubbish. But like,
where was he at the middle part?
Oh, injured.
That's why.
He was on the treatment table.
That's
he
why
didn't finish too well at United.
I always liked him.
I
always liked him.
When Ronaldo and Welbeck had that little.
No, he was good. Like Welbeck was a good
even first season at Arsenal was good as well.
Even at Arsenal as well, he's always been like he's got good. He's a good associated player. He works hard. He's a handful, but. The reason why United let him go because they didn't think he was good enough. Like,
but he was never meant to be. He's never meant to be like a main man for a top team. He's meant to be like a.
It's funny as well because those are the players that you shouldn't.
Yeah, but you'd always.
Those are the players that you shouldn't let go.
I think in hindsight, Man United
not always though, because you can refresh those players easily if your team's doing what they should be.
But it's about the mentality and the culture of the club. Like we sold Evans and Welbeck, and I remember both of them leaving, and it's like those two players where integral parts of the squad when we were winning things, we're winning
Of
titles.
course. They have
So
that
they'll
mentality.
instill that
100%.
mentality onto all the
I
young
think
kids.
so.
That's so neat.
But I feel like
Definitely,
if you recruit well, it doesn't. Because I also feel like you want to give the message of, well, if you're not good enough, we can move you on.
You can't have 22
Yeah,
Stars.
players
Yeah.
in a team.
But what was offered for Welbeck? What 25 million at the
It was,
time?
it was good money at the time, but I'm saying in hindsight though, that and then you look at the way that United have dropped off. I'm not just talking about Evans and Welbeck. There's a few players. There's a load, but it's like you lose the culture.
I guess
that's
so.
when you rub.
Yeah.
And now we're rubbed.
Chelsea right now as well.
No, but you
Just Welbeck's a local lad.
you sold some players that
homegrown
didn't
talent.
really make sense, though, in my opinion.
We sold everyone.
Yes.
Everyone who'd won anything in the club, apart from Reece James and Chilwell.
And that's what I'm saying. It
Yeah, you
doesn't
sold
make any
way
sense.
too much.
Yeah.
I don't think United sold. I just think United got the recruitment wrong.
Arsenal did that in 2000 as well. We sold a lot of the players that were invincibles and stuff. And by like 2010, we had none left, and like no one knows what it's like to have a winning culture.
That's really
That's
important.
exactly. No, it's incredible.
This is one of the reasons that Liverpool are winning the league this season, because you still have
Exactly.
players who
Exactly
have
that.
the culture with them.
Well, maybe you guys are alright, man.
Exactly that.
But yeah, I think this is the first season that Welbeck has got more than
9
10 goals.
Okay, 10.
More than 10 goals. He's got double. That's
Been
what I'm talking
consistent.
about.
He's been
This
consistent.
guy
Wow,
said-
not
No, but at United,
No, I
he
think it's
wasn't. He
ever,
wasn't.
bro.
Ever.
Yeah,
At
Premier
United, he
League.
wasn't starting games though. He
Premier
was like.
League.
He started a few
Arsenal, he
Champions
wasn't
League
starting.
games.
He did, but he was more supplementary. He wasn't.
yeah.
He wasn't really like.
But for the first time, he's hit double-digit league goals. That's a bit mad. He's a striker.
He's never been the bona fide number one.
Yeah,
First of all, he's not. Is he a
he's not-
striker? He
he's
wasn't
not a
always a
striker.
striker.
Yeah,
playing on the
he's
wing a
not
lot for us as
striker.
well.
He played a wing for United.
Yeah,
He
he
played
played
He
up
hasn't
front
got good
for
ball
us.
striking.
Winger, second striker.
It's improved now.
Yeah, he's got better as he's gotten older.
Yeah, he hasn't got. He didn't used to have good ball
He has a
striking.
lot more IQ now. You can see it in the way he plays.
I think he's always
he
had
makes
IQ.
good runs.
I think he's always had that. Oh, he didn't have always good runs, but he's always had that. Yeah, yeah.
He makes good runs now.
Makes good runs now. Cool. Yeah, so Brighton go through, Newcastle go out. They've now got everything to play for in that Carabao Cup final against us, but no Gordon. Isak looking a little bit.
Preston are in the quarters.
Preston.
Yeah.
Oh shit, who they beat?
They beat Burnley 3-0.
3-0.
Oh fair.
Ain't that like a local derby or something?
It's a mad
Preston
derby. But
Burnley.
obviously they've been warring recently as well. Innit? They got there was some racist accusations between Hannibal and one of the one of the Preston
They
players.
didn't shake his hand this
Yeah, they
game.
did, and they didn't shake his hand. And then my man bagged. He bagged, and he went to the fans. And he
Swear.
said, "Yeah."
Long
He
day.
said, "Yeah."
I love that.
It's shithousery, but
But apparently he didn't actually say something racist. Like
Apparently
he
not.
heard something completely
yeah,
different.
apparently it was
Okay.
miscommunication.
I was about to say when you said
I heard was that
when
like
you-
a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I was about to
then
say
they
when you
played
said
them
love
again.
that, I was like, that's a racist. It's just I cheered in front of the fans, but
Never mind.
it was what?
Never mind.
Oh,
Say
oh, Lord.
Because you were saying like, why would he not be triggered about him? The racism wasn't directly direct towards his.
Oh,
You wouldn't feel.
oh, so we just
No, that's not. What I'm
as a
saying.
people we shouldn't stand against all racism here.
No,
You see,
no.
you see the type of person I'm co-hosting the pod with.
Is that what I said?
Just know, guys, I'm for everyone. Cool. Now I'm being silly, by the way. But anyway, moving on. Cool. United.
We just crashed out.
Fulham. Yeah, you guys crashed out.
Yeah,
So nothing to play for now.
yeah.
Horrible start. I heard again. Better in the second half.
Yeah.
I was obviously driving on the way here, so I didn't catch too much of it.
Next time you lot was
No,
better.
we look better. No, we improved after the goal, but the issue with United
We're only
currently
at
is
Old Trafford against a mid-table team, but go.
what's mid-table now?
Fulham
though?
are
Because
back.
there's only 6.
We're
Hold on.
already better than
Hold on.
Yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
all. But yeah, but that's
So
they still
and
get.
again,
Fulham are better than.
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
and
But
again-
I'll still. They're United.
And
They're still
again,
getting.
what
they're
is
still
and again?
gonna
But
get
what is
slapped
what
for
is a
that.
mid-table team though? I said to you before that there's only 6 points between 10th and what third.
Every
So
team
what's
is top
mid-table?
14,
Every team
mate.
is good now.
Still.
So you tell me. You define mid-table. to me.
They struggled against Fulham.
Exactly. And who
anywhere
did you
from
lose to
8
recently? Who did you lose to in the FA Cup?
Fulham aren't easy.
Who did you lose to in the FA Cup recently?
Plymouth.
There you go.
Get him.
So what now?
So what?
No, I'm just
So
pointing
what?
Yeah, bro.
I'm pointing it out. You're talking about mid-table
You got a
clubs.
bit too much dip in your chest. I'm
giving you the drop. I'm just telling you the realness.
Yeah.
You man lost to Plymouth and you're getting on to me about losing to Fulham.
Yeah, and what do we
Make
have?
it make sense,
And
bro.
what do we have this season?
You don't have it yet. You might have
But
it.
what do we have?
You
What
might have
are
it.
we gonna
You
have?
might-
Yeah, so there we go.
Don't rely on
There we
that.
go. There we
I
go.
know,
There's
I
no
know.
discussion after
It's
that.
fair,
bro.
it's fair, it's fair.
There's no discussion after that, bro.
Ah, it's sad, man.
But no, you still have the Europa League. In all honesty, like it's you, Tottenham, and like Bilbao. I think,
No.
are like
No.
the top 3 teams.
We ain't got Europa League.
They don't. They're not good.
They
I've
could-
watched-
they have-
You're
no,
saying that based on
but
the
thing is,
name.
They have nothing else to play for. They're not going to go down. They're not going to finish in the top 4. So they can put all of their resources into Europa League. You're playing on Thursday,
And
right?
these
but you know,
these
they gotta put
resources
everything
aren't
into it.
high.
For me though,
Sorry?
the problem
These resources
currently-
aren't. They're not good.
Just put your best team out every Thursday.
we can't.
And they
though.
will
We can't.
lose.
Our two
Amarim's
best
not
players
set
got
them up
injured.
to be. They're not. Huh?
Who?
Our two best players, Ahmad got injured and Martinez got injured in the same week, and they're both out for basically for the rest of the season. We have no hope. Honestly, I've watched us so much this season.
Little consistency in your lineups. You know that.
There's zero consistency almost. Yeah, we change our back three almost every game.
You need that. You need consistency.
Yeah, but Amarim, he likes to change things around. I don't.
He did. I think so. Yeah.
Do you feel like? Do you still think that Amarim is the guy?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give him some time. What the hell? I'm not irrational.
Has he shown you that he's deserved the time though?
Good question.
That is a good question. He hasn't shown me enough yet, but I still have faith that he will.
Okay.
Have you seen any glimpses?
But if it doesn't,
I've seen glimpses. Yeah.
Okay.
Against
but
Liverpool,
if it doesn't improve,
and against Arsenal, I've seen glimpses of what the system can do and how effective it can be.
Just a quick question for you. Like, I'm sure you're aware of Man United's current financial position.
Oh yeah, we're nicked.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
So the money that you have right now to try and mend this terrible situation, that's it. Like, if you don't go right with this last, let's say 100 million that you spend to try and get this squad right, United are gonna be.
It could be peak in the next 10 years.
United are going to be a mid-table club for the foreseeable future if you don't get it right, or worse.
I think mid-table's even high. It could be in the next 10 years. Honestly, you look at the likes of.
They're done, you know.
I look at some of these teams.
United will never be like a bottom of the.
We are right now.
Yeah, but like consistently.
Why do you think that? What's that
they
based
don't have money.
It's too big an establishment.
What's that based? No, but that's nothing to me. Being too big to fail is look at the banks. Look at the British banks. They were too big
give
to
me
fail.
another example of
that doesn't make sense.
Leeds, it's possible. There's so many teams.
As big as United.
No, obviously not as big.
Not even nowhere near.
No. Yes, but bro, you need financial power. They don't have financial power.
The only thing,
anymore.
Okay, let me say
that's
this.
the problem.
The only thing that was keeping us levels was the financial power.
I'm looking at
it just in general. Like even if you take last season and the season before, the reason why United fans had so much hope is because we've always known that we have enough finances to get certain players in to help our squad, right? Even when we're crap, we've still got the money and the backing.
Because the club's so big, you're always going to be turning over a certain amount that you can stay relevant. I don't know, man. You won't be like
it's looking bleak.
I think the worst can happen and be like a Newcastle when Newcastle got relegated.
No, they'll come straight back up.
Came straight back up.
You'll come straight back up.
I can't believe this is the.
United got relegated like 50 years ago. Like they thought they was too big to go down back then. They only won the Champions League a few years before that.
They came back up.
And they came back up straight away.
Yeah, they'll come straight back up.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you don't have money right now.
Yeah.
So the bit of cash you're going to get this summer, it's the last, and to improve this current squad. If it doesn't improve now, would you keep him on after that? Would you trust Amarim with that money?
How long you can?
Because it needs to go right.
I'd trust him just because. What else what now? Where are we now? Look where we are now.
Wow.
We had Ten Hag. You backed him, sacked him. You brought somebody in now. Hasn't got his resources. Again, you're seeing the system that he wants to play. He can't play that because he hasn't got the personnel. You need to back him enough to get a few additions in the squad. And then if we can see a turnover in terms of style of play consistently, then I'm happy with that to build a base off of. Then after that, that's when you can improve.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. FA Cup done. Who do we think is going to win the FA Cup, just to finish?
Oh, the draw's
right now, right?
So Fulham's playing Palace, Preston's playing Aston Villa, Bournemouth's playing Man City, Brighton's playing Forest Leaves, which plays tomorrow. So Man City's got to go to Bournemouth. That's probably the best time in the round.
I think Man City might struggle.
I think
they got to go away to Bournemouth.
Yeah. I think Villa might get to the final.
Fairs. I would like to see. I want Bournemouth to win it. I'm going to go for them. I do think probably I'd go. I mean, if I was going to just kind of maybe do it from a logical standpoint, I'd probably fancy City, to be honest. But I'm going to go for Bournemouth. I think going away to Bournemouth is going to be tough for City. Then after that, I think they've got a good chance at the rest of the teams. And I think it would be great for them to win it. I think they've had an excellent season. Really a great story for the league. Yourself?
Villa.
Okay.
That's the most interesting prospect.
I think it'd be good for them to win it as well. They haven't won enough trophies.
Seen Rashford win a trophy yet.
I need City out of this FA Cup. Like, not enough. The same teams always win the trophies. I think it would be really nice to have a team outside the top six.
It's true. Back in the day, you have a team like Birmingham will win the FA Cup or something.
Yeah,
like
you know what I mean?
Birmingham have never won the FA Cup.
It was a League Cup, sorry, against
yourselves.
Yeah, great day.
That's the League Cup.
Yeah.
The League Cup's more
Remember, they slapped Koscielny's head at the end.
Oh, you lost that too?
That's funny because
even nowadays, do you get random teams winning the League Cup?
Nah.
Back in the day, Swansea won a League Cup.
Yeah. You can say back in the day, Leicester beat you in a cup fight, FA Cup fight. I thought you'd have said something like that.
That's true.
True.
Right, you went out killing each other.
More recent.
That was a good check hook. You
lost a couple of those cup finals. Like 3 in a row.
You lost a lot of them.
Lost six in a row, mate.
Oh crap.
Yeah, they lost to Liverpool. I remember they lost to Liverpool twice.
Oh, yeah,
when they shouldn't have.
Liverpool
When they shouldn't have.
times.
And Mason Mount had blood on his hands.
Arsenal twice.
All them
United,
games. Yeah.
Arsenal twice. United once, and Leicester.
Jesus Christ. Wembley is not you, man.
Cass, who do you want to win the FA Cup?
Obviously, I want Palace to win it. I think I'd love it if Palace, because Palace got to final years a couple of years ago. Didn't win. They've never won the FA Cup. They've never really won a proper trophy, so that would be nice for them. Logically, I think Man City's going to lose to Bournemouth, so I'll say probably Villa are probably the favourites in my eyes, just about. But yeah, like I say, I love Palace.
I think Villa are more likely to win.
And it's good. It's a
Just
good
because they've got massive squad. Their squad depth is nuts now.
confounded that season where they got into the Champions League, the next season winning a trophy as well. It shows like a sign of progression.
It shows that they're building, unlike Arsenal. But this is
Bun Emery, man. I don't want us to Villa to win that, man.
Yeah, to be fair, if he wins, some Arsenal fans will become so.
You have disdain for Emery.
I don't have disdain for him, but like when he does well, when he wins a match, you just see on Twitter everyone just cussing. Arteta.
But is there anything to do
But then
with
he
him?
loses like 3 matches afterwards, and no one says anything.
Can I
He's
ask?
ninth at
Do
the
you
moment,
do you
you know,
think
10th.
Arteta is better than Emery?
Yeah, he is.
You think so? What's that based off though?
What?
Here we go. We've had this one a couple of times.
Sorry, no, I'm just curious. I'm genuinely curious.
Like he's better at build. Basically, like I've always said, Emery is the sort of person that can't go into a big or a really good team and try and get them singing, because like he doesn't have what it takes to elevate already good players. I don't think he can build a team. He's better at like a team like a Villa than a team like Arsenal or even at PSG when he won. But like anyone could have won that. But like he really struggled there.
He struggled there as well.
Yeah, so I feel like Arteta's a better coach. He's better at tactics. He's better at like creating a resilient winning system. I think when you look at when Arteta joined Arsenal, they weren't really a great team. He managed to elevate them, with taking what Emery had and like elevating to the point where you're challenging for titles. I don't think Emery was ever on the way to doing that when he was at Arsenal. He was kind of brought in to like get us back in the Champions
His
League.
first season wasn't bad though.
It was at the end. Like we should have come third, but like we were really stupid in matches towards the end of the season. And then we obviously lost.
He's not good at adapting, though, Emery.
He's not good at. He actually is. He's actually good at picking the wrong team to start with and then making good subs in like the 65th minute to win the game. He did that a lot at Arsenal. But the second season was just bad, and he didn't look like he had any signs to turn it around. So we were right to fire him, innit? Yeah. I don't think he's a bad coach. I like him personally. I respect him, but like I don't think he was the right fit for Arsenal at the time.
When I say adapt, I meant overarching tactics. Like I feel like in the season when he's on a losing streak, it goes on for a while.
It goes on, because he had trying to play out from the back.
Yeah, then he changes. Like he gets quite stubborn with it. But I would say Emery's. I think Emery's a better coach than
Top 5 in the league.
Huh?
Top 5 in the league.
What, coaches?
Yeah,
he probably is. But I think Arteta's got a much higher ceiling. Like I would appoint Arteta.
We've been talking about Arteta's ceiling for a while now. When is he reaching it?
He's young.
I mean, there's other variables depending. Remember, if this is still his first, he's only been a manager for 4 years. Yeah.
He's gonna win trophies.
Emery's been a manager for maybe
4
15
years. He's been how long has he been at Arsenal for?
5 years.
Sorry, 5 years. 5 and a bit years.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's still quite early in terms of managerial career.
Arteta will win major trophies in his career. I'm sure of it. He's
Why
an excellent coach.
Why are they so certain about that?
He's an excellent coach.
When it's all said and done, he'll have more trophies, bigger trophies.
But being an excellent coach doesn't equate trophies.
I think
he still has to get past the likes of. Look at your manager this season. He's come in. Nobody thought Liverpool would do what they're doing. Yet Slot has taken you to different heights, and to a level that I didn't think that you could.
Yeah, of course. You need more than that. But I think Arteta has that too. I think he still needs to learn. I feel like he's made a couple I think sometimes he's a little bit too systemic. I think he worries a bit too much. But there's a lot to work with Arteta. He's a very good
coach. But I think as of right now, Emery's better than him.
Yeah, I agree.
Personally,
I do agree. You were talking about.
I know you weren't. Yeah, Arsenal fans don't.
Fair. So I don't know why I want to go to this. We're talking about Slot and how he has Salah, and that's why he's probably
not why, but that's
one of the key reasons. Yeah. Would you liken it to like those La Liga managers that will come into Barcelona, have Messi, and just win the league?
Like Tata Martino and these boys. Fam, I'm telling you, bro.
That's how you're comparing Slot.
Not like that, because Liverpool aren't like way better because of Salah, but like having Salah as an X factor gives you a chance in any season to win the league. And when you have the circumstances that go your way, I'm not saying go your way, but like Man City dropping off, Arsenal not having the players to like complete matches.
Slot winning the league with Salah doesn't make him pound for pound better than Arteta.
It clears him, in my opinion.
He's won the league, innit? So you'd have to say he's up there.
You think Slot's better than Arteta?
What?
I'm just asking.
By a what?
No, but it's not by. It's not by a country mile.
Do you know? Should I tell you why it's a country mile?
Why is it a country mile?
I actually think Slot has improved the majority of the players in that squad.
He's done well.
You talk about him having Salah and it being always because you've got Salah. That means he's gone. Salah wasn't creating as much and getting into positions as much.
Well, when you say improved, like it's not like he's done something massive to Salah that's changed his complete game. Klopp was just focused on Salah having lots more defensive responsibilities, and I'm sure Slot has said to Salah like, you don't need to worry that much on the defensive side of the ball. Just do what you do best, like at the front of the pitch. I wouldn't say that's like massively like changing the way a player's made up, or like you're changing their diet, or you're changing the way they make runs, or you're just making Salah do more of the things he's good at and less of the things he's not.
No,
good at.
but that takes skill. But also,
I mean, it's a simplicity to it,
okay,
which I respect.
Doing a bit more freedom.
Which I respect.
Okay. You talk
Go
about
out there and hoop more.
You
bro.
talk about Salah. What about Gravenberch?
He was always a high potential player when he was at Bayern Munich and Ajax.
No, but
sorry, are we shocked that he's good?
No, but you have to give the guy credit.
You have to give him credit.
You have to give the guy credit for.
Do you give him credit, or do you look at Klopp and be like, you didn't use this player?
No, it's a bit. No, it's a bit. No,
Gravenberch struggled at Bayern Munich as well.
That's a very good point.
Why couldn't Klopp do this?
Klopp didn't proper use him either. I think Gravenberch is always going to take a little bit of a while.
But why couldn't Klopp?
I think that's a very good point. I think it's a bit of both.
I think Klopp started to tail off.
Klopp underachieved in the latter stages with that squad, in my personal opinion.
For a long time.
And even when we talk about underachieving, he was in contention to win a quadruple, which we've never seen before. So when you talk about underachieving, he still won 2 trophies. No, I'm saying towards the end. And that's why I was saying to you before that I think Liverpool had to win another title.
He's only come away with 1 league title. Slot is about to win 1 league title
in 1 year,
with arguably a worse team than the team.
Yeah, but I think what years are you looking at Klopp like?
For 3-4 years, he was like on top of his game.
Yeah. So, and then I think he tailed off. But you got to look at in terms of the resources as well. Because remember, this team that Slot has, Klopp rebuilt for him. So I think it was one season last season where I think he should have done better with that team a little bit, because I think he could have managed it better. That's the only season I look at.
Not even last season. The season before, you weren't good.
That's
what he had no midfield.
So for me, it's not even the last season of Klopp that wasn't the tail off for me. I actually think he did well, considering you lot were stretched thin. You were in every competition until the last day of the season. I'm talking about the season before that.
Last season, that's 2 years before that.
No, I'm talking about the season. I'm talking about
3 seasons ago. That was 2022.
Yeah, exactly. 3 seasons ago.
Klopp's last season, when you lot were in the quadruple contention.
Last season was Klopp's last season when they win the title.
Oh no, it was a quadruple run.
It was a quadruple run.
Europa League.
Oh come on, man.
Yeah, that's not. But I get what he's talking about. Yeah, and then we went out actually. Yeah, we went out of everything quite quickly. It's just because there's 2 quadruple charges.
Yeah,
but then we had a lot of injuries as well. That's even another fact. But anyway, again, we're going down the rabbit hole. CO, we don't have too much time now. Everyone, free. Well, actually, what we're going? I was going to say 3 favorites, or should we go for 2 favorites, disappointment, or someone that's gonna? It's last 16. What are we thinking? Should we go for favorites? Should we do favorites, disappointment?
I don't really have a favorite yet.
Okay.
It's probably Liverpool. Barca's draws.
Everyone, give a take about the Champions League. Right?
I think Barca's gonna make the final. I think that's a simple one because like their side of the draw, it's quite open for them. So
do you think they can win it?
Once you're in the final, you can win it, innit? So I feel like you just have to have a good. I keep saying you just have to have a good night. So if Barcelona can have a good night in the final,
give me your 3 champions, your 3 favorites for the Champions League.
Barca, Liverpool, and then
it has to be Madrid.
Real Madrid / Arsenal. I'll say Real Madrid probably.
Arsenal / who?
It's my team, man. No, here's why.
Stop it.
If Arsenal get I'm just saying. Basically,
hey, man's laughing from his belly. That's a violent.
Hey, everyone stop laughing right now. Everyone stop laughing right now. Right. Hey, you see the defense? You see how I have to defend you every week on this pod? Help me out here.
I know. No, that belly laugh was rude. I rate it. It's love for your club.
No, they're violating. They're laughing.
Okay, I rate.
Look at they're laughing at you, bro.
Look at your history.
Is because
look at your current attack.
In theory, Arsenal and Real Madrid would meet in the quarterfinals. Say we get past our prospective teams, which is not given. And I'd say the winner of that becomes the 3rd favourite. That's what I'm saying. Because they'd make the semi.
Okay.
But you think you're going to beat Madrid?
How likely are you to beat Real Madrid?
Isn't it second leg Bernabeu?
We can't even beat Forest.
I'm going to stop trolling you, but if you currently with no attack,
in the Champions League is one good night.
No.
They haven't experienced like
win 1-0 first leg. Arteta defense.
Real Madrid of the last 15 years. You haven't really experienced that Real Madrid.
When you back
Arsenal's the only team to play Real Madrid more than once.
They weren't good back then. They actually weren't winning. They weren't winning Champions Leagues. This is a team that has Champions League winners.
They had the Galacticos
from the
they
start
had all
to
of
the
them
end.
boys out there. They were Beckham and all them, man. They won the league the year after, so I'm not trying to hit that from you, bro.
No, it's
anyway,
different.
3 favorites.
3 favorites. Madrid. Just because
you're just gonna say the same. It's just Madrid,
it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be the same.
Madrid, Liverpool, and who is this? There?
Madrid, Liverpool, not us.
Barca.
Yeah. Okay.
Barca are probably the most guaranteed out of them to make the final.
It's because Barca on that side of the draw is way easier.
To be fair, Madrid, Liverpool, Barca was mine as well. I think Inter's an interesting one. I think they could go far, but I don't think they'll win it. I think their draw's not too
Villa
bad.
got a good chance. They got a decent draw.
They lost to Brugge already.
Villa,
I know, that's true.
Villa are not. Your thoughts?
It's pretty much the same 3 as well, but what I will say, I'm really excited about the Liverpool PSG game because the way PSG have been playing, the form that they're in, coming up against that Liverpool, their wingers versus your fullbacks, bro, it's going to be a real crazy.
For that game, I think Slot needs to not. I think Slot naturally he goes for the tactical, obvious thing to do, but I don't think he should go to the Parc des Princes and try and sit deep. I think they're going to come out on volts because they know second leg Anfield. Let's try and do what we can in this first leg. I think it will be best if we just you know,
You think you
just
should
take
attack
take the game to them. 2-2 draw.
Really?
That's enough to get at Anfield.
You think toe-to-toe you lot?
No, like take the game to them. Still have our, because we always have our periods where we sit off.
So them wingers will cook your fullback.
No, we have those periods though where we sit off. Manage the game, but don't be too defensive. Don't sit deep. Like just play our normal game. Like
Don't do what you did
we
against
press
City
for
this
sometimes. We
That's
deep.
gonna be hard.
Not City. Not
don't-
what we did
don't-
against
yeah,
City.
don't do
Play
what you did
more
against
like
City.
what we played
Their
against.
midfield is really good. You know that. People
Our
underrate their midfield.
Our midfield's better
I'm
than
saying,
theirs. Our midfield's better than theirs.
is it?
Yes, it is.
Vitinha,
I think
Brian,
Vitinha's very good.
João
man.
Vitinha,
Neves.
João Neves, Doué,
Listen,
Ruiz.
It's going to be a
Those
very
guys
good game, you
are
know.
all
That's going to be a
Lamptey
very
height.
good game.
The height. Okay, you have the height factor.
Bro,
That's okay, but like
Yeah, but they're
Them-
technically
they're
gifted.
technically.
Champions-
Even
look-
when we
look-
played them at the Emirates, you can see their midfielders like they're very comfortable on the ball.
Yeah.
They're very calm between the lines. Like they can take on a half turn and just spray it out wide, and they move the ball really quickly out, especially away from home. So at Anfield, they're gonna spin it and give it to the wingers quickly. So,
at Anfield, I'm not worried.
are
Park
you-
the Prince, I'm
Absolutely.
worried. No, I'm
Fairs.
not. At Anfield, we win the game.
Why
at
should
Anfield.
why should he
you
be?
go through?
Why should he be worried at Anfield?
PSG are
I
dangerous
fancy
team.
us.
I know, but that stadium is mad.
I'm pretty sure. I think we need to put in a good performance in that first leg.
I think
And then
they'll
I'm
knock you
sure,
out,
and then I'm sure
It's
we're
possible.
easy.
I think they
You
can.
know, I think
it's
they should
possible.
win.
I think they can knock them out.
Yeah, so do I. I feel like
they-
I feel
they
like that game
I
was
wouldn't be
50-50
surprised if you
When
won.
did they play?
No,
When
it's
did
not
they play?
50-50.
This week.
No.
This week.
Maybe
That's going to be a
55,
top tier
45.
game.
What?
55,
That game
45.
is 70-30 Liverpool, in
I
my
don't know,
opinion.
man. I think
I don't think
that's
it's
a bit high.
70-30.
I think it's 70-30.
I think it's 60-40.
Okay. This guy said 50-50.
50-50.
I feel like PSG have a very good chance.
I wouldn't be surprised if PSG knocked you out.
70-30 is a good chance.
We'll be back here
But
in
is
2
that-
weeks.
But I'm sure we will. Second leg at Anfield.
When's the first game?
This
But
week.
I think we just need to make sure
This
that
week,
first
Tuesday,
leg
This week.
Wednesday.
Okay.
I want it to be a draw. So do you know what I'm saying? I just think the Liverpool players, they should be careful because the Parc des Princes, if they start that what I watched, the way that they turned that tie around against City, that scared me a little bit. But anyway, guys,
And they killed them in the second leg as well.
wait, what are you talking about?
PSG.
Killed who?
There was a second leg against
Not-
City.
Not
it
second
does.
leg. No, not
In that
against
game?
City, against
You mean the playoffs?
Brest. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
7-0.
Brest,
Yeah,
Brest,
yeah.
There's- All right, cool. You see how it just brought the energy down towards the end of the show.
Brest,
And you guys,
Sorry about
like,
that.
subscribe, and all of that lovely stuff. We're back next week for the final Rondo podcast. For now.